Good morning, everyone. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. And to all of you non-Americans out there, happy Saturday. Today we're going to talk about the LogOX. And the reason why we're going to talk about the LogOX today on Independence Day is because LogOX is an American-made product that is extremely innovative and has changed the way I do firewood completely. Now, this here is the CarryOX. It's the bag that it comes in when you order the forestry package. And Austin up at LogOX was nice enough to send this out to me, and here in a day after we talked, and I was really impressed by that. So as you can see, I've been doing some firewood for, since we just got the wood splitter. You guys saw some of those videos. It's been really hot lately. We had some really humid weather. We finally got some rain, so it kind of cooled it down a little bit. We haven't been doing a lot of firewood in the last 2 weekends because we just started another logging job, and with the heat and everything, it's been whooping my butt. But we have some time this morning, so we're going to talk about it. Now, the CarryOX is one innovative little bag here. It really makes things easy. It's nice and sturdy, durable. The zipper seems to hold up well, and most of all, it's made in the USA. Now, we're gonna dig into the bag of goodies here, and we're gonna pull out the LogOX itself. I'm gonna set this down over here on the wood splitter. So that's the LogOX, and it comes with the forestry package. Comes with a bunch of different parts for it. So I actually have my saw wrench in there. That's not part of the forestry package unless you want it, and I'm sure you can make it that way. But then you got another piece here, and on the end of this piece, I've actually got the pickaroon hook. So the company over there at LogOX, they decided to not only make this a 3-in-1 tool, but a 4-in-1 tool once you add the pickaroon attachment. It's pretty simple. You just have a pin with a cotter pin on the end of it, holding in the basic, pickaroon hooks that you can. This company has been one heck of a company, huh? I couldn't really decide how I was going to do this video because I like the product so much that I really wanted to put some time into it so I could get a lot of good information for you guys and tell you really how much I appreciate this product. Now, we're going to set this down next to the LogOX. So now you have your LogOX, right? And you have your pickaroon hook. Oops. It's not a real good place to sit it. But dig back in here this bag of goodies and pull this out. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what is that thing? It doesn't really make any sense, but it will in a minute. Now, last but not least, you got your, that's my chainsaw stuff. It doesn't count. But you got your LogOX package. He gave me a nice little drink koozie with it, so that's pretty cool. And it's got a bunch of information and packets in there that you guys will get when you order yours. Here it is. And here's the attachment, whoops, that goes with that little black tee. Now, I'm gonna explain this to you. So, the LogOX is like that innovative tool that's really gonna replace just about everything that you've ever known about firewood, such as your pulp hook and your log rollers and stuff like that. So, as you guys have seen in my videos, and I'm probably gonna throw some clips in here as well. This is what you use to move your wood around. So without getting into a whole bunch of detail, like if you look, I'm not gonna have to bend down at all. So I'm not even bending my knees. You could bend your knees, it'd be easier. But pick this up, and now we can just move it right over here. I got one hand on the LogOX and one on the camera, right? And you move it right over to where you're gonna split. And with a little toss of the hand, you can drop it wherever you want. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I could do that with my hands, or I can do that with a pulp hook. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you guys look over there, I mean, you've seen our firewood operation when we run the big equipment. I've been doing firewood my whole life, okay? I've been doing it with a maul, I've been doing it with a splitter, I've been doing it with a processor. And I've always used pole hooks and I've always used my hands because that's just what I was taught. You don't realize how much strain that puts on your back and your body, your upper body and stuff like that, right? Until you find this innovative product and use it for the first time. Now, I used this thing for a day and I was just like blown away by it. I started telling everybody about it. Had a guy, a local firewood guy, he came over and he was checking out my splitter because my father told him that we just got the new splitter and conveyor. He was excited to see that, but when he saw me using this, he wanted to know what it was, right? Oh, I was really interested in it. I thought that it was going to be an innovative product to change the way I do firewood. And he kind of rolled his eyes at me. He was like, yeah, come on, man. I'm 63 years old. I've been doing firewood my whole life. I've never seen anything like that. And why would I need to buy a product like that, you know? I've been doing it this long, why change it? And I said, you know, Jim, here. I said, you take it, you try it. And he took it out of my hands and I said, there, go over there to that big piece of maple. So, hey, grab one of these pieces or grab one of the smaller pieces. And he did, he grabbed it. And he instantly looked at me and was like, where do I buy this? That's how innovative this is. Once you get it in your hands and you understand how it works, it'll change the way you do firewood completely. So, let's get into further detail here because I'm not a salesperson. I talk and ramble a lot. You guys should know that from watching my videos, but I really gotta tell you, man, this thing's gonna change your life if you get it. So, these attachments here, how this all works. Now, you've seen the pin that comes out for the pickeroon attachment. And, all right, so I'm gonna take my cotter pin out. Make sure your pin's not facing the ground because you'll drop it like I just did. Once you take the pin out, you just slide the pickeroon out. This is what it looks like. Okay? But now you keep your pin and your cotter pin in your hand. What this does is this slides into the end of your LogOX hauler, just like this. I'm trying to do it slow so you guys can see it, right? And then you put your pin in. Real simple. I know you can't really see very well, but then you slide your cotter pin in. Probably should do it closer to the pin so that the pin doesn't move around as much. But there is several different holes in the pin so that you can adjust accordingly. Once you have that in, now your log hauler becomes a log roller, or what do they call it? A log PV, I'm sorry. Now what you could do, and let's say you're cutting this piece of ash, right? And you wanna get on the other side, you could just take it and roll it over. Very simple, very innovative. Makes things very easy. And you could do it back the other way. And the design of this is so simplistic. So that's tool number 2, right? That LogOX hauler now becomes the LogOX PV pole. That'll help you turn logs just like the old PVs that you used to use. Now, the third tool, or actually no, see, we've seen 3 tools because you saw the pickeroon, saw the log hauler, and now you saw the log PV. But it doesn't end there, right? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the cotter pin out, take this pin out, flip it around, do the same thing on the other side. Now, see these 2 holes at the end of your LogOX hauler. Line that up with your 2 holes. Uh-oh, drop the cotter pin. Put your pins in. And then, you know, retrieve the cotter pin that you dropped on the ground. That's not part of the instruction manual, just dropping things on the ground. Place your hands on the end of the pin so that they don't fall out. Don't drop your cotter pin again because it's about what I'm gonna do. Place the cotter pins in the correct position. You want them as close to the surface metal as you can so that it doesn't move around so much. And then on this side, it's just a bolt. You're probably gonna need a wrench. All right, and now as you can see, I installed the T on there. I forgot to turn the camera back on because I just started doing it. But I didn't have a 1/2 inch wrench, so I grabbed a couple of pairs of pliers. We just put it on there nice and snug so you could see. Now, your LogOX hauler, your LogOX pickaroon, and your LogOX PV pole now becomes the LogOX timberjack. Okay, and here's the cool thing about the timberjack. So let's say this side's kind of in the dirt, right? That side's lifted. What you do is you just, and now it's lifted off the ground on both ends. So you can take your saw and you can make your cuts without hitting the dirt. And you can have 4 tools in one. Now, if you were to buy all those separate tools, let's say you buy some run-of-the-mill knockoff brands that are not made in America, and they're not made with industrial grade products, you're looking at probably between $75 and $199 per tool, right? So $75 to $100 for the pickaroon, $75 to $199 for the log PV pole. Let's see. If you get a pulp hook, you could probably find those under $75. And then a timberjack would cost you roughly $100 to $199 as well. Altogether, all 4 tools would probably cost you close to $400 to $500. And then you'd have to carry all those tools separately. The LogOX hauler is a 4-in-1 tool, and it comes with a carry case when you buy the forestry package. So you disassemble all these pieces in a matter of seconds, put it in your bag, throw it over your shoulder, and get back to doing what you're doing best, and that's making money the American way. With American tools, made by American people,